Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Aseem Chhabra. I'm the festival director of the New York Indian Film Festival. This is our 21st year. And this year, because of the uncertainty about the COVID situation, the festival is going to be held online. It's going to be a virtual festival, as we did last year also. We have 58 films, out of which about 30 features and the rest are shorts, documentaries, narratives, features. And all films are going to be available in the US from June 4th to June 13th. Many films will also be available in North America, which means Canada included, and US. And practically all of the shorts and I think about 8 to 10 features you can check are going to be available globally, including in India. So please watch the films. We have films in 15 languages spoken in India: Malayalam, which is the film that we're going to discuss today, The House of Orange Trees, uh, uh, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, Marathi, Assamese, Bengali, English, Hindi, Urdu. So a range of Indian languages are being covered, and we have some fabulous films which are they won national awards. They traveled to major film festivals like Busan and Rotterdam and Berlin. Um, and this is your chance to see them because these films are not necessarily going to be on Netflix or Amazon Prime anytime soon. So today we're going to discuss a lovely Malayalam film by Dr. Biju Damodaran, who's an old friend of the New York Indian Film Festival. I'll bring in Dr. Damodaran, Dr. Biju.
Hi,
Hi, Dr.
Asimji.
Biju.
Okay.
And Dr. Biju, your new film is A House of Orange Trees. I saw a Facebook post and you said this is the seventh film of yours at the New York Indian Film Festival. I'm pretty sure sixth or seventh, right?
Yes. Sixth film. This
Sixth,
is, and
sixth. Yeah,
yeah, and I visited 2 times in New York
you
Festival.
come twice also. Yeah, I wish we
Twice
could.
and
Yeah,
yeah,
I wish
one
we
time
could have.
got an award also.
Oh wow, for the best screenplay, right? Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes. Yes. So, and I'm really sorry we weren't able to bring you this year, but definitely next year, the year after, when you have your next film, we'll bring. And the conversation with Dr. Biju is going to be moderated by a very well-known New York-based actress, Anna George. Anna, come on in.
Hi, nice to see both of you.
Hi, Anna. So
Hi.
Anna is an old friend from New York who's and a supporter of New York Indian Film Festival. Also, I've seen her in theater. I saw her in a fabulous production of Sakaram Binder, and I don't know if you remember. You would not remember, but I had a press ticket and I was sitting in the first row. And as much as the play is very very powerful, the violence that was happening right next to me, it was just amazing. You and Sarita Chaudhary, right? I remember.
Yes, and Bernie, Bernie
Yeah,
White, yes,
yeah,
wow.
Bernie, yeah. And
And it's a
I've
small
seen
theater.
you in so many films also and TV shows. So welcome,
Thank you.
Anna. You've seen Dr. Biju's film, so
Yes.
and you're originally from Kerala also, and Dr. Biju is in Kerala right now. So you were the perfect person to moderate this conversation. So I leave it to both of you, and I'll come back in the end. I just want to let everybody know that I talked about all the films that are showing. People need to go to knife.moviesaints.com. You can see it there, NYIFF.moviesaints.com to book tickets. You can book them in advance. And the films are going to be shown between June 4th to June 13th. So over to both of you, and I'll go backstage now.
Thank you,
Well,
Asimji.
it's such an honor to be conversing with you. I know that you're a very prolific filmmaker. You've made at least 10 films, right? And you started in
Yeah.
2005, and you're a practicing homeopathic doctor. In addition to being a very accomplished filmmaker, I understand you've won a number of national and international awards. And I loved your film. I thought it was very thoughtful and beautiful and very moving. And perhaps could you tell us what inspired you to make this film? You wrote it and you directed it, and perhaps you can
Yeah.
talk about the writing and directing process as well.
Yes. Actually, this movie, this is a the script was planned very earlier. Uh, I think 3 or 4 years back I planned this script, and due to the other project it was postponed, and also the lead actor in this movie I need Nedumudi Venu, who is a very veteran, a very famous actor in Malayalam, and so I think that the first movie in my first movie actually in 2005, this actor Nedumudi Venu was the hero, and then he acted in my a couple of films later. But I wanted to do another film with him as a hero. So that's why I actually wrote the script. Actually, I wrote the script with the in that time in my mind. He's only the character as the hero. So finishing the script and after completing my other assignment, then we are entering to this movie, and we finished it just before this COVID started. Actually.
Was this film inspired by anything in your life, or was it a product of your imagination?
This is actually I think the previous films I have made uh, was too political films. So after a couple of films with the talk serious issues, the political issues, and the controversial subject, and then I thought that I need a change. I need a change to do a film with very soft kind, like a very calm, and there is much focus on the relationship. So that's why I entered this movie, and I think that there is the three generations. There is the grandfather, son, and the grandson. There is a movie with the perspective of three people in three generations. So that is my initial thought on this film, and then I put some elements also. That is the second generation. The son is came from or settled in US and came from there, and uh, this the changing of these relations in Kerala, like these old people are now. I think Anna can clearly understand that in Tiruvalla, there is a lot of people are settled in the abroad, especially in UAE and other European countries. And we said that in Tiruvalla, there is a lot of houses where the grandparents staying alone. There is nobody is there, no relatives is there, or the son and daughter may be in the abroad, but the grandfather and grandmother is living alone. So I thought that during this script, as the central character lives in a lonely apartment alone, and then he's always fondled with his nostalgic memories with his ancestral home, and his love towards his grandchildren. And this is the elements I put together: the homely relations, the relation of a grandfather to his grandson, and also added some issues of this the farmers' issues like the or orange trees, and all these elements put together. I made this script. I think this is not inspired from any real issues, but it is purely a fictional elements.
It was so interesting. It had so much depth. As you say, the whole clash of cultures, the clash between the generations, the materialistic, more aggressive, aspiring, striving son who's freshly come from America and who wants to make sure his father is safe, but not necessarily happy or having his soul fed or in any way, and who's not really nurturing the relationship, but focused much more on yeah, and then the whole relation, the backdrop of the orange grove, which is threatened by this new way of thinking in this new world. And so it was yeah, it worked on so many different levels. May I ask where you shot this? I mean, some of these shots were just stunning. The yellow car winding through the road surrounded by the paddy fields, and at times, by the water. I've never been to that part of Kerala. Is it Munnar or?
Actually, no. That is a this the paddy field is in Alapi. It's near Kutanad. It's properly Kutanad. It is in Alapi district, and the water the through the lakeside. It is also shot in Kutanad. This in Alapi district, this Kutanad is full of backwater rivers and full of paddy field. So we shot that this passing through the through the paddy field. We are waited for the paddy field ripened, and then only we get the yellow color. So in the initial stage of the paddy field, it is green color. So I decided that I need a yellow color, yellow paddy field. So we waited for ripening the paddy field, and then at that time we took that shot. So these are the good places. Usually the shooting is not happened in these places. Very few portions are happened.
The whole film was shot in Kerala then?
Yes, the orange trees portion is shot in Nagpur. So
In
in
where?
Gujarat,
Oh, Nagpur. Okay.
Nagpur, yeah. So because in Kerala there is didn't we have get the big orange trees. In Munnar there is a orange farm is there, but it is very few numbers are available. So we shot it in November during the ripening of the orange trees, and we go to this good Nagpur in the some interior portions, some orange farms, and took that shots.
So let me ask you, I'm very curious. You were trained as a homeopathic doctor, and now you're a very active filmmaker. What particular event or what is it that prompted you to move into filmmaking? And not just the writing part of it, but you're doing the
Right,
directing
right,
part as
right.
well.
Actually, I accidentally came to the filmmaking because I have not any connection with the film media before that. I didn't see any film shooting, and I didn't see any filmmaking process. And actually, I lives in a I born and brought up from a very small village, and I have no connection with the cinema. When I'm going to Trivandrum for my higher study in the homeopathic higher study, at that time I happened to see the Kerala International Film Festival. So I watched some movies in the film festival, and then I realized that I saw many films, the classic films, the master films, and then I realized that the film has a different angle. The film is not a up to that moment I just see the films in theater, all the commercial movies, but when I watched the films in international film festival, then I realized that the film is meant for something else. The film is a medium to tell our politics. Film is a medium to react. Film is a medium to reveal the social narrations. And then I think that then during the next editions I regularly I am a festival goer and watched many more films from around the world. And then I thought that why can't I write something like this. And then I wrote my first script in I think it is in 2001. And then tried to realize it for 4 years, and then at last in 2005 I made the film. So that's how I reached the film. During the making of my first film, Saira, I have a very concrete script in my hand. Nothing else. I don't know what is the technical aspect of this movie, how I make a movie, but I didn't care about it because I see my movie in my mind from the first frame to the last frame. So I wanted this one. I asked my cameraman that I wanted this one. I wanted these shots, and I wanted this. I don't know what is the technical terminology of these shots, but I wanted this. So that's how it's happened, Saira. And then going on that movie is very well received critically, and so then move to the second and third, and then go on. Actually, this is happening. You can call me as an accidental director, I think.
Well, the director Ethan Cohen said, even if you've never directed before, if you really know your story, you can direct. And clearly you really knew your story.
Yes.
How did you get it funded? I mean, someone coming out of nowhere saying, I want to make a film, I've got a script, and
No, nobody is
quite
came
impressive
because
that you
yeah,
got it
because
made.
because the first 4 years I completed the script in 2000, and then 4 years I approached many producers in Kerala, and I think more than 50 producers I met, and all of them rejected because they said that you are a new person, you have no experience with the cinema, and also you are not doing a commercial movie. The script is not a commercial one, so it didn't work. So they rejected. More than 50 people rejected, and at last in 2004, I got the government job as a medical officer, and then I took some loans from the bank. I took some personal loans, and then I borrow my wife ornaments and lending it, and then I started the movie. But after 4 or 5 days, it stopped because the fund is over. And then after that, one of my friends, he's always watching what I'm doing, and then he said that, okay, I wanted to see the rushes you shoot. So I, then he saw the rushes in the studio, and then he said that, okay, I will take this project and we can continue. That's how it's happened. He taken the project and then continues.
So do you shoot on film or is it digital?
Film. It's in
Oh,
film
oh.
because my first 5 films are in film medium.
Okay.
So then only the digital is came.
Oh, okay. I can't remember which director it was, maybe John Huston, who said 98% of directing is casting. Would you agree?
Yes, definitely. Because we need to get the right cast is a very important thing. If we are in Saira, actually, in the first movie also, when I wrote the script, after completing the script, I thought that the central character is done by Nedumudi Venu. So I approached him. I have no any connection with him, but I got his number and called him, and then go to his house, and then I gave the script and said that I don't have anyone in mind for this character, and I don't know when I make this movie, but if once I make the movie. You can read the script if you like it. Please join with this movie. I don't assure that I am making this movie in this year or next year. That I don't know. Then he read the script, and then after that he called me and said, "Yes, I will be with you. You can do the film as your convenience, but I am with you." And from that moment, for all my films, the casting is very important because, as I earlier said, we get a good cast, a very apt cast for our character. Then I think the 90% of the film has been done. The rest is very easy. The casting
So,
and the location. I am also said that the location is also very important. Both two aspects is the cast and the location.
okay. So anyway, you are a writer and you're a director, and as a director, you have like 100 people asking you, 200 questions, and they're all like waiting for an answer, and it's so collaborative. And I'm just curious. Perhaps you've answered it already, but what prompted you not? I mean, it takes a lot of guts to you'd written a wonderful script, as I understand, but you decided you wanted to direct it yourself. Did you ever consider passing it off to someone more experienced, or given the many headaches that can go with directing a film? Or were you always very clear that you wanted to do it because you knew
Yeah.
exactly what it was to
Yes.
do?
Yeah, because nowadays many people ask me for my script, but I think the scriptwriter and the filmmaker it should be the same person. Otherwise, the one people write a script, and then the other people directing, there must be lost something in the essence.
Mm.
So the two minds are not thinking same like that. So I think it is better to direct myself to my script. That is more comfort to me, and also then only I can visualize the things which are clearly perceived during the writing.
Um, people come to know your films because they've been successful. But could you speak about any failures that you've particularly learned from, and how you've incorporated those lessons in maybe this film or one of your other 9 films?
Yeah, because I'm always thinks that since I am not studying the cinema, and every filmmaking process, every film is study process for me. So I am learning from my previous films, and then I realized that what is the fault with that movie, and or what I can do better for the next movie. So every movie I am taking as a textbook to better to write the next one, and better to make directing the next one. So and also I am every time I am thinking that not one movie is same like the other one. It should be a different from their politics, their the approach, their narrative, and everything should be different. So that's why I approaching all films. This is the 11th film. Our House of Foreign Trees is the 11th film. So I am still learning from my films, and I am studying how to better the next films. And the feedback from the others is also very important for all the movies.
Are you happy with the what you? I mean, you had a plan. You saw the film in your head, and now the film is made and it's out there. Is it what you expected it to be? Has it turned out differently? What were some of the twists and turns in the road from getting this from script to final product? Are you happy with the result? Are you surprised by the result, or is it the film you initially planned to make when you wrote it, when you finished the script?
Yes, I am always thinking that during the writing, I never thinking that this would be liked by someone, or this would be liked by any audience. I didn't care about that during the scripting, because during the scripting, my policy is that eventually the film should be loved by me itself. So I need to like the movie. The first thing is this film satisfy myself. I always think that without satisfying ourselves, how can we satisfy the others? It is not the right way. So when making a movie, you need to satisfy yourself with the content, yourself with the politics, yourself with the ideology of the movie, and what you meant by the movie should be really satisfied by yourself. Then you made the movie, and it is then to the viewers. Some viewers maybe like it, some viewers may not be like it. That's the part of the movie making. But firstly, all the 12 movie I made is fully satisfied by myself. That's the most important thing, I think.
So, what what makes a film great for you?
Uh, that's actually a confusing question. But I think when we made a movie, if the movie tells something to others, like if the movie is tempted to thinking some aspect of the theme we are narrated, if it is uh, but I said that if the movie is uh, tell some politics, and then you will understand the politics, uh, then it is half done. What we thinking on the movie. So the great movie has different definitions for different people. But for me, the great film is it is a it should be persist for many years. So after 10 or 12 years, if your movie is watched again, then you can say that it's a great movie. So we can't judge any movie right now it is great or not. If it is a it just travel beyond the language, it just travel beyond the time. Then I think it may be called a little bit great.
So, which films have influenced you the most? Which directors?
I yeah I influenced many directors actually. So not a single movie, but many directors like Kurosawa movies. I like very much Kurosawa movies, Bellatar's movies, and then Inaritu, Kim Kyu-duk. So in the recent times, Inaritu and Kim Kyu-duk influenced me, and Nuri Bilge Sayalin. So there is a lot of filmmakers who their films are influenced me. These all these filmmakers are I try to saw all these films of these filmmakers. So these are few names in India also. Satyajit Ray, definitely Satyajit Ray in Malayalam, Shaji and Karun, Lenin Rajendran, TV Chandran, so Adru Gopalakrishnan. So obviously, and Mani Kaul. So these are all the influenced the filmmakers who influenced me a lot.
So you worked with your son. He plays the grandson in this film. Can you speak to what was it like working with your own flesh and blood?
Actually, he's acted in my third movie.
Oh,
That
all
is
right.
the Way Home. At that time, he's a 5 year old. So from that movie, he's regularly acting in my all movies. Sometimes a very small role, sometimes a bigger role, and sometimes he's assisting me as a assistant director. And one of the earlier movie which got the national award, the name's unknown. So in that movie he's acted in a very bigger role, and then after that this House of Orange he is acted in a comparatively big role along with the Nirupadi Venu. So I think because he's acted with me for the from 5 year old, he know that he know very well, and I have not any struggle to artists are very difficult to manage because if we have not any very close connection with them, it is very difficult. They are distracted during the shoot, so they are very adamant during the shoot. So it is very difficult to handle. But he's since he knows all the crew members, all the crew members are same for my almost all the films. So he is very friendly with them. So he has not any other inhibitions to act in the portion. So it is that make me easy to make the films.
So I understand this is actually an India-China collaboration. That sounds very interesting. You had won an award in Shanghai, right? For
Yeah,
one of your earlier
but
films?
yeah, but Shanghai the award is not for this movie. It is
Mhm.
the previous movie, The Trees
Yeah.
Under the Sun, that got the best artistic director, the best artistic achievement award for the film in Shanghai. This movie has a co-production with the China. But unfortunately, after completing the movie, we weren't able to release this movie in China due to the India-China relation. So we are waiting to better the relation to release the movie in China. Our Chinese friends are waiting for that. I got this cooperation because of my earlier movie got the award in Shanghai. From Shanghai, these people came to offer this cooperation, and I accepted this.
I think we're running out of time, but I wanted to ask what is next on your agenda? Are you writing a new script?
After this, I completed the next one. That is the title, The Portraits. It is just now, a few weeks back, it completed. It's a very political movie. It's a very, I think it's a controversial political movie. It's a movie against the fascist movement in India. So it is six short films. It's six portraits collaborated together, and all these six portions are dealing with the how the fascist government are uh, ruling or treating the people in India. So
You mean our current government? Anyway,
not the government actually exactly. It is a fast how the fascist rulers are
yeah.
not all the fascist rulers in the
Right,
world.
right, right. um, you write very quickly. How long does it take you to finish a script?
Script I usually the uh, um, usually I will take around 4 to 6 months the scripting. So it should complete within the 6 months. The most difficult thing is to landing to the idea. When I got the idea, I need to develop it. So that will take at least 3 months. And when I started to write, it will finish within 3 to 6 months.
So you have an outline, a very comprehensive
Yeah.
outline. I see.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I see. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to say about this current film? I don't want to, I know a number of people will be watching this before they see the film, so I don't want to talk too much about the specifics. And
Yes, so this is a yeah. I want to say thanks to New York Indian Film Festival. As Asimji earlier told, this is the sixth time my films are screening in New York Indian Film Festival. So uh, I think I am a veteran with the New York Indian Film Festival. So it's thanks to Asimji and all the other the festival people to choose the film. This movie is not released in India, so I think some more people in US and Canada will watch the movie, and I'm eagerly waiting to get the feedback from the viewers.
Well, I understand film festivals have been very important to you and in getting this movie.
Yes, yes. Because in Kerala, there is the this type of these art house movies are very difficult to release in theater. So we are when we are approaching to the theater said that, oh, this is good movie, we don't want it.
Hmm.
So they are
Right.
plainly said that this is good movie, so we don't want it. And
Mhm.
also we are trying to reach a television telecasting. Then the TV people said that, oh, this is good movie, so we don't want it. So it is very difficult for arthouse filmmakers, the independent filmmakers in Kerala, to release the movie either in theater or in this television. So we have only the chances are the festival circuits inside Kerala and inside India and around the world. So this festival circuit is very important for these arthouse movies uh, very much.
Are you very active on social media? I mean, at one time, films used to be shown either on a television screen or in, a cinema, and now you've got so many different outlets. You can watch it on your phone, on your tablet, et cetera, et cetera. So, are you? Does that influence you?
Not really actually. So it is a, but the thing is that the OTT is also it's very difficult in Kerala for this movie. So I am active in social media, but it is just in social media I talk more than film. I talk politics actually. So the social politics, not the uh, the the parties, but the independent. And also, as I in these times we are very busy with the COVID activity
Yeah.
because I am working with the government. So I have an administration charge. I am not practicing, but I have an administration charge in a district. So it is very busy in these times with the medical aid and
Right.
all the meetings. So it is very bad time actually. So.
What is the situation? Is it getting any better in Kerala?
Uh, in Kerala, actually, this time the last week and this week is very not so much good because the cases are increasing. Right now, we have today is also 32,000 cases, so it is a very big number. Uh, we hope that by coming weeks it will be decreased. So that is our hope.
Well, I hope to be in India at the end of the year, but doesn't look
Yeah.
probable at this point. But anyway, thank you so much for your time, and I'll look forward to maybe meeting you when I'm in Tiruvalla next.
Sure,
And
sure, sure.
so good luck, and we will speak
Yeah.
in India.
Thank you.
This is lovely, Anna and Dr. Biju. Anna, I actually interviewed Dr. Biju, one of his films, The Way Home, right? That was shown at the
Yes.
Telluride Film Festival. So I
Yes,
had
yes.
interviewed him for that, for they have that sort of a program book magazine. Um, but I learned so much more about him and his filmmaking and his life as such. So thank you so much. And you guys both, this is the first time you both are meeting, but it looks like you guys are old friends, and this is
We're
lovely.
neighbors.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So no,
thank you
seriously,
very much.
I look you up when I'm in Kerala next. I love coming to India, to Kerala.
Yeah, yeah.
That'll be
Please,
great.
please.
Yeah. So thank you both, and I hope the audience will watch the film also and more films. As I said earlier, the festival runs from June 4th to June 13th, and people should go to knife.moviesaints.com. They can get advance tickets, or they can get tickets through the festival. There are the films are very reasonably priced uh, for an online festival. And then if you buy them in bundle, there's even a greater discount you can get. So there's a good savings. So I wish everyone a good festival. And again, thank you, Anna, and good luck, Dr. Biju. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, take care.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank